So Time released their Person of the Year cover, but did you notice there was a huge design problem with it? There's a huge flaw that nobody is talking about. And today, we're gonna fix that problem.
All right, here's the cover, but so let's try and fix this cover, okay?
Hi, my name is Ram Overset Text. I'm a graphic designer, and today, like I said, we're gonna be fixing this Person of the Year cover. I'm a graphic designer, and I solve design problems. I do design thinking. And you know what's the biggest problem with this cover? It's the wrong person. They picked the wrong person. You can't do a cover when you fundamentally did not do the objective. Let's just say the client is the people, because that's what journalism is. And your job is to pick the Person of the Year who did something of note this year. And I have a few notes. Let's do a revision. I have a few notes about this. Well, first of all, you picked the wrong person. So right off the bat, you did not understand the assignment. Time Magazine did not understand the assignment. So we're gonna fix that today.
Well, first of all, we just gotta select this with the selection tool. Just grab this whole bit right here and delete that. Now we have a open space. Fill that with white. Fill that with white.
I'm gonna be real. I like some of the Taylor Swift songs, but what the fuck does she know about being a person, like a regular person? All I know her for is using a lot of carbon fuel to see her boyfriend. Like, come on.
All right, now we got a blank canvas. Let's put in people who actually did something this year and actually, I don't know, is important, who should be recognized.
See, the people who actually deserve to be on the cover is the people of Palestine, not Taylor Swift.
There we go. Actually, guys, I've already made the design. This is the design. These are the people who deserve to be on the cover. But if you really want to see how I did this of each person, I cut them out as best I can. Oops, that's the old version. And we just arranged them in a nice way that I thought would look good. Try to really balance it. I had to look at a lot of photos.
Actually, one of the biggest inspiration was last year's Time Magazine cover, because they put Ukraine on the cover. And I was looking at this just to, get a good composition. Also, just kind of a parody. It's just a funny thing to do. Like basing it off last year's. Like, you guys already did this. You could put the people who are being attacked by Russia on the cover, but you can't put the people who are being attacked by Israel on your cover. Like, they're pretty much the same issues. Like, oh wow, a much more powerful country is trying to take over land that isn't theirs. Interesting, but Ukraine is fine, but Palestine isn't. What is up with that? So that just really pissed me off that one, they had Ukraine last year, and two, now they put Taylor Swift when the people of Palestine is right there. Like, it's currently happening right now as we speak.
So this whole thing is just a lot of looking at photos and cutting it out painstakingly and arranging it in a composition. There was a lot of other photos I didn't get to use, and I really wanted to include more. There's also I was actually drawing a lot of inspiration from Time's Person of the Year cover last year, which was Zelensky and the people of Ukraine. So if you guys could do the people of Ukraine last year, but you won't do it this year for Palestinians, that just rubbed me the wrong way. That just fucking pissed me off. And then I put it into Vintone. This is by Duran Studios. It actually just flattens it all out. It makes it look nice. But I did a lot of work. Cover your eyes. This doesn't look pretty because you would have to bring out the details. And to do that, you would have to pretty much make it look weird underneath. So you do a lot of dodging and burning. It doesn't look good. But once you put in the Vintone magic, it looks pretty good. And I really needed to just bring out the details in her eyes and, just a bunch of other stuff.
Like, we've been fed so much propaganda about this issue for so many years, and that having that be on the cover would have meant so much. And Time Magazine, you're a journalism outlet. There's so many journalists who have been killed for showing the world what is happening in Palestine, in Gaza. It's been like over 2 months, more than 70 days of indiscriminate bombing on Gaza, and you're gonna put a billionaire on the cover? What? As a journalist to journalist, as a former journalism major, as somebody with a degree, you should be at least putting the journalists who are putting their lives on the line on your cover. You know what blows my mind is, why would you side with the side that's killing journalists? I feel like that's a pretty big red flag. If I was on the side that's killing journalists, maybe that's the bad side. Maybe that's the bad side. I don't know. That's just me, maybe.
And then I colored it and made it look. I had a couple different versions. I wanted to use colors of the Palestinian flag, and this is the final product. And then put a lot of textures, and this is it. This is the final product. Yeah, and then put red and green. Yeah, this is it. This is the final product. That's how I made this. This is the final time we're ever gonna see a Photoshop screen on my channel. This is it. I'm not showing this anymore.
As the time of writing, there is about 20,000 Palestinians who have been estimated to have been killed in Gaza. And among those is 8,000 are children. One of the biggest things I wanted to do with this poster was I wanted to create it to commemorate their joy. That's why Bisan is the biggest figure in there, because she had this smile, and she's also, I wanted to honor her because she was the one that I followed the most throughout this whole thing. Like, she taught me a lot, and I just wanted to commemorate her. She deserved that spot more than Taylor Swift, in my opinion. But I want to talk to you guys a bit about the people in this poster. The child in the middle, it was taken during the Great March of Return in 2018. I don't have a name, and the photographer did not name who it was. I don't know if he's alive, but I think having that child in there is important to the piece, because half of Gaza is children. Like, most people in Gaza are children. And I think it's important to remember that. And the child that Plessia is holding, her name was Rhonda, or her name is Rhonda. Don't know if she's alive or dead, but that's just how it is. We can't tell. And just like a lot of my Palestinian friends, who some of them have relatives in Gaza, and they don't know if whether the next day they're alive or not. And the next thing is this woman who's holding up a key that symbolizes all the Palestinians who were driven out of their homes during the Nakba. Approximately around like 700,000 Palestinians were told to leave their homes, and like, you could still come back. That's why they still have the key, but they didn't. Settlers just took it over, took over their homes. Literally, my friend's grandma her home was taken away, and she can't go back. She can't go back to Palestine. There is no home country to go back. I can go back to the Philippines, but she can't go back to her ancestral home. Like, I don't know about you, but that seems crazy. Where her grandma was raised, she can't go back there. But this is to symbolize that. And this is Al Jazeera correspondent Wael Al-Dado. And this photo was taken after he was shot by Israeli forces. And he still continued to report, even after 14 of his family members have been killed. And this is what drives me insane about this Time magazine cover, is that, again, journalists to journalists, you need to, at the bare minimum, you need to recognize that, like, these are your colleagues. These are your colleagues. They're actively trying to be killed. How could you not at least, like, maybe say, like, oh, maybe we should put them on the cover? This picture goes hard. Like, you know how dedicated you have to be to continue? Like, if I was him, I would have just given up. And that's what I mean about the strength of the Palestinians. And it's unfortunate that they have to be this strong. They shouldn't. They should just be living their lives. These kids on this cover should just be having fun and being kids. All of them are pretty young. Like, Bisan is 25, Motaz is 24, and I think Plessia is 23. And they've gone through so much, and I can't even imagine. They had dreams. They wanted to do something, to be filmmakers, to be photographers, and now they can't do that. I feel like we've been kind of losing steam. Like, I don't want people to forget that this is still actively happening. And it might seem useless, but I'm just following Plessia's words, saying that we should continue to talk about it, to continue raising awareness. Guys, obviously, ceasefire now, but not just a ceasefire. End occupation. I think we need to just stop the illegal occupation of Palestine. That's what I'm asking for. Boycott all the companies that were told being boycotted. You guys said like, oh, Puma, why would we boycott Puma when that shit actually worked? So I don't want to hear another thing like, oh, boycotting doesn't work. It does. Maybe that's why they want to pass anti-boycott laws. Wonder why they want to do that. It's because it works. And I just wanted to make this poster to fix something, to another opportunity to raise awareness about this, because I'm not going to shut up about it. And you might think that speaking up about it is useless, but I've seen exactly that it isn't, because 2 months ago, this was kind of scarier to do, but now public opinion has changed because we kept speaking up, and I'm glad that more people are speaking up, but we need to continue. But yeah, I don't know what else to say, but I wanted to dedicate one day of Designmas after all the silly stuff that we've been doing to just highlight this, because that's just who I am, guys. I know some of you guys will probably go unsubscribe. Goodbye. I've been doing this even on my Instagram. You know what? I speak about issues all the time. If you want to leave, go ahead. I don't want you in my audience. I don't know what else to say other than from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.